Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to Let's Talk About It Media 21. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and also hit the notification bell. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. All comments are alleged, in our opinion, and for entertainment purposes only. So let's get to it. Many people have been speaking about Kanye West's school, Donda School, Donda Academy, and it's being reported that there's concerns in regards to the children allegedly. All comments are alleged, and I'm surprised that this is coming out now. Let's be very clear about that. I'm always side eyeing stuff. This young lady is concerned that the children are 2 years behind, allegedly. If you're in grade uh, 8, you're really in grade 6, per her. Now, as we talked about before in the previous video, you have to have certain things to even open a school. You have to follow certain guidelines. That's your superintendent, that's your principal. Everything has to be followed. A person just can't open a school and not have information sent in on what a child is doing. It just seems odd to me that things are saying that it's going left, not accredited. I get that part because you can be accredited school, unaccredited, and then trying to transfer your credits to another school can be problematic. This is the one thing because I don't know in regards to the rules, regulations, how the board and how the school district works, but just in general, you would think that if this is what's really happening, these parents are going to have to work extremely hard over the summer, allegedly, if they are behind to get their children caught up. Now, mind you, whoever the principal, whoever the superintendent, whoever the assistant principal is, it is their responsibility and the owner to follow what needs to happen in regards to young children's minds, growth, everything. It's the owner's responsibility. This is Kanye's responsibility. And people do say, more money, more problems. If you think you could be sued for something, that's why certain people don't do things because of this. She's basically stating and alleging that she's not the only person that's been fired. She's not the only person that spoke up. She's not the only person that feels a certain kind of way. And normally you have to hire someone that has had experience at other schools, other districts to be a principal. You've had to be a principal somewhere else. There's a vetting process. So if there's complaints, I'm sure they probably have maybe did take them to the district, the school district to complain about X, Y, and Z. So let's get into the clip and what she had to say, how she felt. I'm going to play it, stop it, because I don't want to get a strike. So let's listen in on what her thoughts and feelings were, okay? And this will be what? Third, fourth lawsuit for Kanye? Kim has what, 2 or 3 concerns? And then, of course, Kim has the David thing concern. And many people are kind of side eyeing Kim in regards to this David issue, in regards to him having a company and allegedly Kim filing the trademark. You wouldn't have been able to get a hold of my patent. No, that's concerning. So, of course, if Kim is going into different business ventures, this is going to hinder that, allegedly. It's definitely going to hinder that because if you're willing to restructure, you know, restructure companies, this would be the last thing I would think that, people want to get involved in. But I just wanted to paint that as a picture in regards to things that Kanye and Kim have gotten into. More problems over the last 3 or 4 years for Kim and Kanye than I've ever seen. Let's get into the clip.
To consider that it's going to be very hard for them to be able to transfer their kids out of that school next year or later because there is no grades, which I think they know of, and they can't.
She said there's no grades. It's going to be hard for them to allegedly transfer. Now she means transfer to a different school, transfer different, transfer their records. And then she's basically saying There allegedly is no record, no report card, is what she's basically saying.
Get transcripts, and that they're not getting what they need. They absolutely are not getting what they need. The kids are being suppressed because of all the constant changes that go on.
Now she feels, this is all her comments, all her opinions. She feels that the kids are being suppressed. And what does that mean? Like I said before, allegedly they have to follow a certain guideline. They have to follow a certain, district code, So let's keep listening in, because I mean that's the one thing. Kanye hasn't said anything. Kanye hasn't responded to TMZ about anything over the last 4 or 5 months. Kanye has only posted about the 21 Drum Street, and Kanye has only posted about this one picture of this guy, whoever he is. And I didn't post about it because I didn't know who he was and I wasn't going to look it up. So, from what she's basically saying, she feels that they're being hindered. Now, how will the lawsuit go? We don't know. That's all for the judge to decide.
School. We have something in place kind of called Educate that we haven't even been keeping up with. But since I've been there have been no report cards given to the student.
Now, she said there's some type of program that's called Educate, in which they haven't been keeping up with. Now, whose responsibility is that? That in itself is concerning. If there's a program that they're supposed to be following, they're not following that. Who does that fall up under? And why isn't there a meeting about that? A board meeting, a teacher's meeting?
Or progress reports. So, because Donda is not accredited, you really can't get any documents from the school to show where you've been. We can tell you.
Now, that's concerning too. So, the program, no progress reports, alleged no report cards, that's all concerning. But the biggest thing is, I'm sure whoever Kanye's new lawyer is going to have to look at that, research that. The other thing was, when this all came out, because I have to play it, stop it, play it, stop it. Everybody knows, they're used to that. When I looked up, it looked like Kanye's daughter was sitting down with the teacher. Some were saying that there's no seats, but then there's some pictures that the kids are sitting in seats. Some were saying that they allegedly can only eat sushi, and he has to pay 10,000 a week in regards to sushi. Now, I wonder if a person's allergic to sushi. I'm allergic to sushi. I can't eat sushi. So if a person is allergic, what can they bring in? What are they allowed to eat? That's the thing. If a person's allergic. Let's get to the next clip. I need to drink some water.
On things that we graded, but for it to be legitimately documented with the Department of Education, they don't have that. And so what happens is when kids do leave and go to another public or private school, they are then tested. And if they're going to test them,
so now she's going into the testing part of it. And remember how I mentioned she felt that the children are almost 2 years behind. Now it's going to be up to a school's discretion if they're truly 2 years behind. So is she telling me she's tested all these kids and all of them are 2 years behind? Because of course you're going to have some that are 2 years behind in regards to just don't study, like to study, not don't want to, whatever. And then she talks about if they are that in that situation, them having to do an IEP. If you don't know what that is, in regards to if a children is below, hard time reading, hard time understanding math, hard time understanding history, hard time understanding economics. If they're that far behind, they do an IEP to make sure that that child is in one or two classes. They're not in several different classes. It's more mainstream that they're studying with one or two teachers throughout the day. They don't have like five different teachers. So let's let her keep explaining.
That's if they come in at third grade level or fourth grade level and they're in the sixth grade, they're going to go into third grade, or they're going to be considered, getting IEPs or learning disabled because they're behind. But it won't be the child's fault that they're behind. It is Donda's fault that they're behind. I don't think it has really anything to do with Kanye. I don't think Ye has a whole lot to do with this. Inside the school, do they teach?
Now she just said she doesn't feel Kanye has a lot to do with it. So that's a good thing, but she's suing him. I'm going to stop the video there, head over to TMZ, finish listening to what's going on. Well wishes to Kanye. This is the third, fourth lawsuit. Him and Kim are going through it. She had the crypto thing. Kim had the alleged housekeeper, landscaper thing. She has this David thing. And I think David had said that he felt that Kanye was in one of the conference calls, but that's the biggest thing, that they're both just going through a lot. So, well wishes in regards to this whole situation that he's going through, he's experiencing, he's in. And many people say, okay, let's see, this says TMZ, they are severely, this is what it's basically saying that TMZ is reporting, that they're severely behind. But that doesn't mean moving somewhere else will instantly correct the problem. Well, that just means over the summer, the parents have to find out what their weekend, what they need to do. There's ways to help. You know, it's if this is true, it's almost going to possibly be for some of the children. Not all the children are probably behind. For some of the children, it is going to have to mean summer school or parents sitting down teaching them and getting books that say this is what your sixth grade level should be studying. This is what your seventh grade level should be studying. This is what you should be understanding as a 12th grader. But that's the biggest thing. Well wishes. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for supporting the channel. Like, comment, and subscribe. Like I said, head over to TMZ. And if she's stating that Kanye is not at fault, then many people will say, why is she suing him? And this is her words. I'll play it again.
Kanye. I don't think Ye has a whole lot to do with this. Inside the school, do they teach about the Holocaust? I don't think Ye has a whole lot to do with this. Inside the school, do they teach about the Holocaust?
And then she talked about, you know, Black history. They talked about whether they teach the Holocaust, and she said no, we don't even teach in regards to Black History Month. So I don't know why the interviewer said that. I wanted to state what she was saying to her, and she basically said no, they didn't teach about that. I don't know why she would ask that. I don't know if that was like a zinger or to upset her or get a weird response. I'm not certain why she would teach that. Why not say, in regards to, you're teaching all the subjects, right? Math, English, history. What are you learning in regards to history? But well wishes. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for supporting the channel. Like, comment, and subscribe. Well wishes to all the people involved in regards to Donna. Like I told you guys before, I didn't even know that the school's still open. A lot of times, media, YouTubers, we're not journalists. We don't know everything and we don't pretend to know everything. I'm just finding out that the school is still open. I thought it was closed. I really did. But when everything that happened last year. Thanks for tuning in. Everyone have a great day. Be safe, be kind. Focus on healthy, safe relationships. Be around people that's loving, kind, and supportive.